Hello, everybody. For our social studies class today, what we're going to do is we're going to continue briefly talking about the downfall of the Roman Empire. So, in order to do that, we're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to show you a slide here, which I'll also share with you, but there's a yes, a no, and then a conclusion. So, we're going to write stuff for yes, we're going to write stuff for no, and we're going to write a conclusion for this topic for today. The topic for today, though, is did people actually benefit from being ruled by the Roman Empire? So, did they actually benefit from Roman rule? So, we have a yes paragraph that we're going to read, and we have a no paragraph. We're going to have to write evidence from both the yes and the no, but in the conclusion, we're going to write an argument paragraph for whichever you decide that you agree with more. So, these are also going to be attached, but right now you can see there's a page here that says yes, and there's also a page that says no. At the very top here is just kind of a general opening no that you can use as part of your evidence if you want to, okay? But like I said, to share it with you real quick, as you notice, there is a yes, there is a no, and then there's the conclusion, okay? So real quick here, I'm going to start with the intro paragraph, and then I'm going to stop for a second, okay? So let me get rid of this, and let me bring this back over. All right. So, did people benefit from Roman rule? Throughout their vast empire, the Romans built roads, bridges, and irrigation systems. These improvements allowed trade and agriculture to flourish. To accomplish these changes, however, the Romans had to sail to other lands to obtain materials. With the traders came Roman soldiers. Some people, however, did not want to be ruled by the Romans, and many died fighting against the Roman invaders. Okay, so already if we stop here and we go to this other slide, it tells you already that there's a yes and a no. So, did people actually benefit from Roman rule? That intro paragraph gives you a little bit of reasons as to yes, and a few reasons already for no. So if you look at it, it says that they did all these good things for the empire, but they also had some negatives that not everybody agreed with. So when I describe to you again here later what we're going to do with these boxes, you can use part of that. Okay, now for the deeper information for this stuff that says yes and the one that says no. This is a primary source, which means that it was written by somebody from the time period. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a paragraph from somebody who would agree yes, that the benefit of being in the Roman Empire was pretty great. So they would agree that yes, that was pretty good to be in the Roman Empire. Now the person that wrote the other one, the no paragraph, they're going to disagree. Okay, so again, we're listening for yes reasons why somebody would want to be part of the Roman Empire. So yes, from neighboring continents, far and wide, a ceaseless or endless flow of goods pours into Rome. From every land and every sea come each season's crops, the produce of the countryside, rivers, and lakes, and articles skillfully made by Greeks and foreigners. So many merchants arrive from all points of the compass with their cargoes throughout the year, and with each return of harvest, that the city is like the common warehouse of the world. Clothing from Babylonia, luxuries from the barbarian lands beyond, Egypt, Sicily, and Africa are your farms. Everything converges or comes together here. Trade, shipping, agriculture, metallurgy, which is making products from metal, all the skills that exist and have existed, everything that is bred or grown, anything that cannot be seen in Rome does not exist. Okay, so this person is writing the article that says, yes, they think that being part of the Roman Empire was very beneficial. So on this part of, let's say, your notebook page, because this can be on filler paper, this can be in your notebook, but you want to have a yes area where you write down some evidence, and you're going to have a no area as well as a conclusion. So if this takes up a whole sheet of paper, that's fine. If it takes up a half sheet, that's fine. But somewhere in a yes area, I want you guys to write as much evidence, whether that be bullet points or sentences, taken from what we've already read from this paragraph, telling me yes, these are all the benefits. So if you said, they got a lot of products from all over the world, they had a lot of farming, different crops that came in, and there's many more answers than that. Okay, so you're going to try over here on the yes to put as many reasons why yes, Rome was good to be a part of. Okay, the Roman Empire was a good thing to be a part of. Okay, now we're going to jump over to the no side. Now, as we already mentioned, not everybody was excited about being under Roman rule. Some people felt like they had been invaded or taken over. And this person, this guy Flavius, also known as Josephus, he's going to describe an event that took place in the Roman Empire. It was the destruction of a Jewish temple. So this guy's going to write about this one particular event as an example of why no, Rome was not so great, because some pretty bad stuff happens within this event. Okay. Once again, be thinking of reasons why no, maybe not being part of the Roman Empire would be the best idea. Okay. So here goes his description of what's going to happen at this temple. As the legions, or soldiers, charged in, neither persuasion nor threat could stop their impetuosity, which means impulsive, kind of crazy behavior. Like they couldn't be stopped. Whatever they were trying to do, you just couldn't stop these soldiers from whatever they wanted to do. Passion alone was in command. Most of the victims were peaceful citizens, weak and unarmed, killed wherever they were caught. While the temple was burning, looting went on right and left, and all who were caught were put to the sword. There was no pity for age, no regard for rank. Little children, old men, laymen, and priests alike were butchered. Every class was held in the iron embrace of war, whether they defended themselves or cried for mercy. They also burnt the treasuries, which housed huge sums of money, huge quantities of clothing, and other precious things. Okay, so not such a great event here, but the guy who wrote this, Flavius, also known as Josephus, is giving you one example of how being kind of under the Roman Empire was not so great. Because you could have events like this that would take place where the soldiers would kill people for all these different reasons. They would, burn the storage houses, which stored food and clothes and all this stuff. So both of those things happen, both the yes, good things, and the no, bad things. So if we're looking down here together at this chart now, again, your first job for the yes and the no boxes is to take from what we just discussed and give me some evidence, whether it be bullet points, full sentences, whatever you want to do, telling me, yes, here are the benefits of being in the Roman Empire. And then now that we've just read the no article, you can give me some more no, like no, based on what this guy said, maybe it wouldn't be so great to be in the Roman Empire, depending on what might happen. Okay, so you need a yes and you need a no. But also you want down here the conclusion. I'm going to move myself out of the way here. And on the conclusion, I want you guys to write me a paragraph, couple of sentences, right? Most paragraphs have between 3 to 5 sentences, okay, somewhere in that range. And it says, write an argument paragraph for the side you most agree with. So what I mean by that is after writing your evidence for yes and after writing your evidence for no, I want you to pick a side. I want you to pick a side that you agree with more, and then you can even start your argument paragraph with, after reading both articles, I agree more with the yes side, or I agree more with the no side. And you give me a couple of sentences that give me more of an example or reasoning or evidence as to why you thought that. So technically speaking, guys and gals, for this assignment, you need some yes info, you need some no info, and you need a conclusion paragraph. And again, like always, you can literally write it and send me a picture of it. You can put it in a Google Doc and share it with me. However you want to get the information to me is perfectly fine. Okay? So that's going to end our conversation for today. Obviously, we're going to continue on with this as the days progress. But for now, if you're doing your yes, doing your no, and doing your conclusion paragraph, you should be good. All right? You all stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.